Hello, everyone. Replay crew. Hello. Just wait and see if anyone joins before we start talking. Let's see here. It is now 12:56 a.m. Eastern Time, New York City. Anyone's here? Let's see. Might just start and then when people show up, I don't know. I'll give it another 20 seconds and then we start. I don't want to make it too long, the video. So as you guys know, I have an iPhone. Oops, can we get it? There we go. I have an iPhone 13. Hard to. There you go. And it is. Well, I can't really show unless I back up. Visible. That's what I have. Whoever joined, welcome. So I have Visible, but before that I had Cricket, which used Visible uses Verizon. Cricket uses AT&T. I left AT&T Visible. I'm not sorry. I left Cricket. Look, they left. I left Cricket because it cost $55 a month. I switched to Visible for $25 a month. I might upgrade to the $35 plan that has greater visibility, more what's it called? 5G, the ultra wide band. But the $25 plan has 5G, but not the ultra wide band. It's just the more data, faster data. The plan I have doesn't have that. But the reason why I had Cricket before, which was AT&T, is if I visit my parents' country house, there's reception there. But I don't want to spend $55 a month. Boost Mobile has two choices right now on their prepaid. They have a whatchamacallit. They have a T-Mobile or AT&T. And when you go to their website, iStream Elements, welcome. It's a bot. There you go. Stream Elements is here in the house. T-Mobile Boost has either T-Mobile or AT&T. And the problem is, when I went and ordered a service, they show a nice looking, where is it, black SIM card. It looks like this. Well, see, it looks like that. And the black one is the AT&T SIM card, which would work. Hello, Manang Saring TV. Thank you for the like. Hello. I was just explaining that in upstate New York, AT&T is the only company that works, and Boost Mobile advertises that they have two different SIM cards that they can send you. The black one, AT&T is like, or these cell phone companies like in the Philippines where you're from, they have Globe and Smart, I believe. Well, at my parents' country house, only AT&T works. Here in the city, everything works. So Boost uses AT&T or T-Mobile because they're a smaller network. I wish it was my beautiful house. This is a filter. So thank you, Nightbot. So Boost Mobile has both two different SIM cards. One is black, like that. Well, I took out the SIM card. And the other is, whoops, like that one there, white and orange. And on the website, they said they'd send you a black card, which is the AT&T one. I can't really, whatever. The black card one is the AT&T one. The white and or orange or white and orange one, that's T-Mobile. And T-Mobile doesn't work at my parents' country house. It works here in the city where I am, but doesn't work. It doesn't work at my parents' country house for whatever reason. It's a dead zone. You got to drive down the road like a mile down the road or a kilometer. I'm not sure the difference of mile and kilometer, but you got to drive down the road. So I had Cricket, which used is AT&T, but they were too expensive. So I have Visible now, which is Verizon, but it doesn't work upstate. It's only $25 a month versus $55 a month. But Cricket, I had the most expensive plan. But even the cheaper unlimited plan was only $5 less. So there's no real savings there. I was doing prepaid. The $60 plan was $55, and then they have another cheaper plan that's unlimited, which is $50 or $55, which auto pay is $50. So yeah, on the cheaper Visible plan, which is $25, there's a higher plan that has faster data, but I don't have it. I have the $25 plan. But Boost has cheap AT&T service. You do a few activities each month, you get it for free. So I figured, why not I have both? Visible for Verizon, which works great. Visible, I could do unlimited hotspot, and it's only $25 a month, as well as have a regular cell phone. So I can carry my laptop and have a cell phone and connect the laptop to the cell phone to get coverage anywhere. Or if the internet here goes down, I could turn on my Roku and turn on my cell phone as a hotspot, so I always have connection, or connect my computer to a hotspot if I need to. So that's what's really cool about Visible. But the problem with Boost, even though I can get it for free once I joined. Oh, hello, Noah. So the problem with Boost is when you join, you're gonna have to watch the replay to hear the beginning of the story. When you join Boost Mobile, they show the picture of the AT&T SIM card, which is black, but what they send you is there's no choice to select. They could send you, what they sent me. I can't. There we go. This white and orange, or orange, which is T-Mobile, which doesn't do anything at my parents' country house. I'd have to drive down the road, like a mile down the road. So I called them. I said, look, you advertised the black SIM card, which is the AT&T SIM card. And they're like, oh, yeah, we can send you anything, but we have no way the system will, based on your address, it'll send you whatever it thinks is best. I said, yeah, but the whole point of me getting the service is to use it somewhere else where I don't get service where I'm at. So can't you just send me you don't even need to send me it. You could just do eSIM, since my phone does eSIM. And they said, yeah, well, you can hook up eSIM now with the T-Mobile because that's what we are going to send you. I said, I don't want the T-Mobile. Just send me the eSIM. Oh, no. The system already generated an eSIM on T-Mobile. I said, well, I don't want that. So, okay, we can cancel the whole order. I said, okay, yeah, cancel the order. They canceled it, but they still sent the SIM card anyway. So I don't know. So I got refunded. And I said, okay, so how do I get the AT&T SIM card from Boost? They said, oh, you have to go to the store. Well, I checked all the stores around my house. None of them had it, except the Boost Mobile store, which is an authorized reseller. The problem with the Boost Mobile stores, they want to add all these fees, so then it becomes like They're nickel and diming. Oh, there's a 35 activation fee that's mandatory. Oh, you got to buy a more expensive plan. Well, this is an emergency plan for when I go upstate. I don't need the bells and whistles. I'm just gonna do the free activities and get it for free. It's like you spin a wheel, they'll give you a few pennies every day. You watch a few videos, they'll send you a few pennies every day. So to me, I wasn't going to spend $85 just to get a SIM card. I ended up getting it on eBay for like $10 in tax, 1088. And then when I went to activate it, oh, that's another nightmare. I called them because I wasn't sure what to do, because I had an account which was deactivated from the T-Mobile fiasco SIM, and then so then they put me on hold. They did all this other things. They said, okay, they charged my credit card. Okay, you'll get service in 24 hours, and you should get an email. Yeah, so yeah, I decided the new plan I have is great, but upstate it just craps out, you know. Exactly. So I go to activate it, I call them, this and that, and they get my email address. Every time I gave an email address, they said, "Oh, you've used it already." I'm like, "No, I didn't." I don't know. The language barrier was confusing. Um, every email address I gave her, she said it was used already for whatever reason. Then she said I received an email. I never received it, and she said you'll receive service in the next within 24 hours. I'm like, 24 hours. It's like you charge my card. I'm not porting a number. I just want a number. I can turn on and off on my phone when I go upstate. So so she wasn't too helpful. I ended up texting back because I was just they have a chat you can text as well, Boost. Um, so I ended up chatting because I didn't really want to speak to somebody, and you know I just wanted to chat with someone because I'll get it in writing, so they can't say I didn't say this, I didn't say that. You get it in writing, and it's somewhat easier, I think, when someone sees it in writing. 11 days ago, yeah, yeah. So I figured, I'll speak to someone by chat so they can copy, paste, translate, whatever. So I did that. They ended up getting it working. I log into my account, and sure enough, they like combined two email addresses into one. So I said, "How do I get a new receipt since you gave me the wrong email address?" They said, "Oh, we can't give you another receipt." I don't know. I don't know. I was like, I didn't get another receipt. You gave me the wrong. You sent it to the wrong place, and but they were able to get it working. So I don't know. It's problem with support is it's good until you need to contact them, and then it just there is no real support. The same with Visible. It's great unless there's a problem. But I think that's like all carriers, tell you the truth. It's it's great unless there's a problem. The uh the one thing though with Visible is they don't have Visible does not have the option of calling. They only have chat, but it's 24/7, whereas Cricket was not 24/7. You can call, I think you can chat them as well. And then Boost, you can call or chat them, but it's not 24/7. But Visible is. So I guess you can just the other problem with Visible is first is a chat bot, and you got to like say agent or customer service, and then the chat bot will go away and connect you to somebody. I think that also might be true with think about with Boost Mobile as well. But that's that's my story of crazy tech support. But I don't know. Does anyone have any crazy tech support stories? I can invite you guys up. You could tell me. Let's see here. There should be invite. I can invite whoever to the stream. That is the StreamYard link. If you want to join, you do not even have to go on camera. If anyone has a crazy story with support, that's the link. Yes, no. Let's see here. Don't think there's anyone. If nobody. Oh, okay. Might just be us two anyway. I wish I had that Jeopardy Music's theme song. I probably wouldn't go well with YouTube anyway. When I did call Boost, they addressed me Mr. Jesse. Oh, wait, we do have.
Hello.
When I did call Boost,
they addressed. Okay, all right. I turned off the sound on the other one. Okay, is it working?
Yeah, I see you. We see you. We hear you.
Okay for work.
Do you have any horror stories with tech support or customer support?
I could tell you my horror story about the Uber, that last Uber, if you want.
When was that? You said 11 days ago, right?
Yeah, so I took a trip on August 9th.
August 9th. That was
so I think that's 11 days ago.
A Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right after the trip, it said delay in earnings and payment. So I called them.
Was it a long trip too?
Yeah, it was long.
Oh,
it was
no.
I mean, it wasn't like super long. It wasn't like to Connecticut or something, but it was from Brighton Beach to Harlem. So
it's like
it was like
bucks, 60 bucks. Yeah, it was enough. It was enough where it mattered.
A lot, because on that day too, it was like 30% of my Uber work would have been that price. Oh, Nightbot, welcome to the channel. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I'm definitely interested in all this phone stuff because I still feel like maybe I'm overpaying, but whatever. I'll try to condense the Uber story as much as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, basically, I complained a lot and I got nasty because, well, like when I speak to a person, I'm not nasty. Like I try to be nice, like in person, but a lot of it is, emails back and forth, and then it's just like, oh, it's clear you're not reading the stuff that I told you before. Anyway, it took them a whole 8 days to pay me $51.81 or something.
Oh my god!
But the calculation.
Calculate them.
Yeah, but the calculation was like when I look at that trip, it only shows the starting point and the end point. It doesn't show the actual route, because they don't have the route.
They probably drew a straight line.
Yeah, that's what
I use an abacus.
Right? I don't know how they did it. So, it says 14.9 miles, and my actual trip was 23.2 miles.
They
So
used a straight line. That's how they got the 14.
I guess, or the only way, like I would have to literally go into Google Maps and like plot points point by point to get, I don't know, like how you'd have to drive through all of Brooklyn to get like 14.9 miles. You'd have to like go up Bedford Avenue and then Flatbush Avenue. And it's like that would have taken 3 hours,
Yeah.
So, and I don't even know if that was 14.9. All I know is all the ways, like at the time, the only ways it showed me was to take the Belt Parkway to Brooklyn Battery Tunnel FDR, which I did, or the other way would be to
Did
go to
they
JFK,
count the
Van Wert.
tolls, or do they add the tolls into the equation?
At first, they did not add the toll, so I complained about the two things. I said, "Look, the distance is wrong, and the toll is wrong," and I was really mad about the toll because I showed them from the beginning a screenshot, like not from the beginning, but like within 5 days or 3 days or something. I showed them a screenshot from. I have the Easy Pass app that shows every single toll, and I
Yeah.
said, "Look, you know when the starting time was and when the end time was. It was like the starting time was 1:33 p.m., 1:32 p.m., and the end time was like 2:30, and
And you show it at Easy Pass.
and the Easy Pass was at 2:08 p.m. So it's obvious that I used the Easy Pass on the trip, you know. So,
And if
but
anyone doesn't know what an Easy Pass is, if anyone watches the
oh
replay,
oh yeah, it's a
it's a
toll.
toll thing. I
Yeah.
actually
So
have one.
like
Hold on.
yeah, well like
I'm
yeah
here.
like the whole, maybe the whole Northeast region might use Easy Pass, maybe not even, but either way, every state in the country has a different name for it. But in New York,
I
New
can't find
Jersey,
it. I really can't find it.
I think New York, New Jersey, maybe even Pennsylvania uses Easy Pass, and then once it gets to Massachusetts, it uses
And
different
then other
names.
states have another name for it,
Yeah, but
to
they
tell you the
might
truth.
even be
But
interchangeable. Like you might even be able to use these. But anyway, whatever.
yeah.
Anyway, so eventually they
It's this
change.
little device that goes right on your windshield.
Actually, I might have the extra. I have an extra one too.
An extra one.
Yeah, yeah. Here's this. Like all you conspiracy theory people. This is
Oh yeah.
this is
It's
a
in a
tinfoil.
plastic. Yeah, that's
This is
the
this is a
that's
tinfoil bag so that it doesn't lose any radiation. So like you could drive with the real Easy Pass on your windshield, and if you have an extra Easy Pass, if you keep it in this bag,
it
it
won't
won't
go off.
react. Yeah.
You won't get billed on that
This
one.
Yeah. So this is the old. This is the older model. My original. Yeah, it's got too many numbers on it. I don't want to.
No, you don't want to show the
I'll
numbers.
just show. This is the back of it. This is the original.
Okay.
The front of it's got all sorts of numbers on it. Hopefully I didn't show the front of it.
We couldn't see anything.
Okay.
But
Anyway, they eventually paid me the toll. Um, but I
oh,
was
they
still
did, but
like,
they didn't do the miles.
yeah. And I was like, look, it's still 20. I said you owe me $10.85 for the difference. And then I eventually was like, just so frustrated with them. I was like, look, I'm never going to work with Uber again until you pay me this money. And they still didn't respond. They kept responding over and over again. The response was, this is the mileage we've shown, and this is what it is correct. And
They
I
drew
told
a
them,
line.
look,
That's
the only way I could do that is with a helicopter. What do you want me to do? I showed them like
that's
there's
it. They want you to drive Uber helicopter, and they want to
yeah,
pay
and
you.
they're not going to pay you for the jet fuel or whatever.
They want to pay you in the cheapest currency possible,
Yeah,
and
it's
then convert it
crazy.
back to U.S.
Crazy.
dollar.
I sent an email. Eventually, I got so frustrated. I threatened them a few times, and eventually, I sent an email to the TLC Driver Protection Unit because I saw that they have a section on not being paid right. Even though
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a lot easier for them to figure that out if you drive a taxi, because the taxi is connected to the GPS and TLC looks at that all the time. Whereas with Uber, they're just, it's, let's be honest, it's on an honesty system, right? Like, they would, if they had a problem, they would just call Uber, and then Uber would say, oh, we don't have a record of that trip, and then they would come back to you, the driver, and go, oh, sorry, they don't have a record. You know, I'm just guessing, but I think that's what happens anyway. It shows, like on the ways at the time, it was showing me either the way I took, or it was going to show the alternate way would have been all the way to JFK and like basically around the whole city the other way, which would have been much longer. But then after the fact, if you Google the route, it also shows an alternate route. The shortest route up Ocean Parkway is 19 miles. So, like, even the shortest route that
Even
makes
the
sense
shortest route, yeah.
would be 5 miles more. So, yeah, again, maybe realistically, you cut down a few more miles if you take a bang a right somewhere and then go up Flatbush Avenue. But who in their right mind would do that? Like, yeah, we
Nobody.
did that like when we were in junior high school. Maybe the school bus driver did that when but that's a school bus. I think that's
Or
because they're not
maybe
they
somebody
weren't
who,
allowed to.
maybe a customer said, "Oh, I don't like this road. Go this turn." But
Yeah,
most customers don't do that.
yeah, exactly. Or the customer could have complained, but there's no way the customer complained in this case because it just didn't show up from the minute it from the minute it ended. It didn't show up.
There was no like ding on
Yeah,
your.
and yeah, you're right. They would have been. I think they would have been honest enough to say, "Oh, a customer flagged this for review or something," and that never happened. So, well, they wouldn't have said a customer flagged it, but they would have said, "Oh, we reviewed it" or something. That is, I don't think
Based
that
on
was
a
the case.
complaint. This
I don't
is
even know if they would. I don't even know if they would be honest enough to say based on a
sometimes they
complaint.
do.
Oh, they do.
Sometimes,
Okay.
at least
Okay.
when I did it, I know it's a few years back now.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Anyway, whatever. Bottom line is, I got super frustrated, and then I tried to, not work for them. Friday, that was kind of hurt me. I think because Friday. Let's see, no, Friday. I eventually made my money, but it was just because of a long ass trip to New Jersey, which wasn't long at all. It was just the city is just ridiculous. Like Friday night, people are partying everywhere, and they closed the Holland Tunnel outbound after midnight. And the
Hmm.
Lincoln Tunnel is three tunnels, right? Like there's one
Yeah,
tunnel that's always inbound, and then the middle tunnel goes both ways, but it's just one lane each direction. And then
yeah,
the North Tunnel is two lanes going
going
out.
in,
They
going in, and
closed
then
the
going out.
middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, they closed the middle tunnel,
the middle's
and
the.
they closed the tunnel that goes inbound, and then the one tunnel that was open for outbound is just one lane.
Hmm.
So instead of having two lanes going out in the Holland Tunnel and three lanes going out in the Lincoln Tunnel, they had just one lane going out in the Lincoln Tunnel. This is basically that's for all of Midtown and downtown. Is everybody has to cram into one lane, and there was no traffic cops at any intersections. So whatever. Anyway,
Chaos.
so
Chaos.
yeah, so it paid a lot for money, but I almost after I dropped her off, I did look at the car just to make sure I didn't get a dent in the car because it's just so crazy.
Oh
It's
man.
just some maniac was like like so crazy, like cut off a garbage truck and then almost drove into my car, but everything was fine.
Oh my.
Anyway, so yeah, because of that, I think I did okay, but it would have been easier with Uber Friday night because my spot where I like to pick up people in the evenings on the work
Yeah.
days.
We don't
That's
want
all.
to. We don't
That's
want
all
to
Uber.
disclose it here because then you'll have a
Yeah,
gazillion people
yeah.
going
But I
to it.
mean, it's already known. Like everybody knows about it. But yeah, it's just yeah. So that would have been better if I was working with Uber, but I refused. So and then I tried a little Saturday night. And I just made like $50 with Lyft.
Too
So
bad you don't have an alternative other than Lyft. Back when
right,
I back when I was driving, there was Juno for most of it,
right. But
and
it's
then
like what happened. Yeah, it was.
it's hardly anybody. It takes
It
forever
was
for a
so
pick.
like I used to like Juno. I had years where I did mostly Juno, but then once the rules came in to make everybody pay the same, then it seemed like Juno started ripping drivers off and doing the same stuff. Like they were like being
Yeah.
cheaping out on. You would call support with Juno, and all of a sudden Juno would be like, "No, it's not like that. No, we can't pay this, and we can't." I was like, "Okay, I'll just work for Lyft and Uber then, because they pay me the same." I'm gonna put this away.
Yeah.
But anyway, so eventually, so I called. I emailed them a few hours ago, and they paid me a courtesy fee of $15. So I'm
It worked
officially
out.
happy. I'm officially happy now because I
You're
just asked
officially
for.
back.
I just
That's
asked for.
basically what they do after a while. They say, "Okay, we're just gonna believe you. Just leave us
Well,
alone and start working again."
yeah, it's like their new thing now is like to refuse fault. Like it's not their fault. They didn't do anything wrong. Everything's fine. But just as a courtesy, we'll pay you this amount of money. And it's
They've done
like,
that before with me. I remember I've complained, and finally they say,
yeah,
"Okay, as a one-time courtesy, we'll."
yeah, yeah, yeah. They
But
used to
yeah, what
like
they did was they drew a straight line, and that's what they.
they must have either drawn a straight line or like I said, just gone up Bedford to Flatbush or something crazy like that, or Ocean, and then switched over to Flatbush Avenue. It's like that could have taken maybe 30, 40, 50 more minutes. And if, if that
And
was
then in
real,
that case, then that route would have cost more because of time.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, that's that story.
Yeah.
And I think you're right when we've had discussions before about my phone problems are probably just that this is too old, right?
That's
That's
what I
probably
think. The 5G
it's
really.
just because it's not 5G. Yeah, because the internet's great and the internet's 5G, so probably just 5G, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah, probably. So I should probably just suck it up and uh, get the 14 or 13 or even 10 on a um, payment, into the payment
But
plan.
if
I
you
guess
want,
I
if you know anyone in Brooklyn who can come over to your house and check, that's probably the best. Who has
check.
5G
Oh, okay.
and has T-Mobile? That's the
I
other
mean,
thing.
it's not really my house that I mean, yeah, you're right. It would be nice my house would work better, but it's more just, the worries and the work. Like again, Saturday night I worked and just got like some small rides from and around Coney Island, and then all of a sudden it started surging at Coney Island. It's like 1 in the morning, and it's
It could
already
just be T-Mobile is crappy there too,
yeah, it could
wherever
just
you
be.
have an outage.
So there's, the usual, but maybe this applies to T-Mobile no matter what you have. Is like you said, maybe it's just crappy. If like there's a big, concert venue out there, so that's what it surges sometimes. Is the concert lets out, and the
Well,
last
here's the
time,
thing: if you don't have like the T-Mobile's highest plan,
yeah,
once you go over a certain gigabyte, depending on your plan, if it's 50 or 100 or whatever,
yeah,
then you're deprioritized
I know, but that's
because of like
why
a sporting event.
that was part of my frustration
Temporary
because
temporary deprioritization because of congestion. And
yeah,
then
but
once you get to a less busy area, you should be fine.
yes, yes, which is what happened, but I'm a little frustrated because um, I told you, right, that the plan used to be the one plan, right? The T-Mobile One plan. And then
Yeah.
I found out that it cost the exact same as a Magenta plan. And the Magenta plan is like if you go over, well, maybe not. Maybe it's not if you go over. But the Magenta plan says it has 100 gigs of, is it 100 gigs? Or 100, yeah,
100 gigabytes before you get uh,
yeah,
deprioritized when
yeah,
busy, when congested. It's
yeah.
not
So I'm not
it's
going to
not
go over 100.
deprioritized the whole month. It's only when you're in a
Yeah,
congested area.
yeah. So I mean, I'm not going over 100. So
Oh, you're not?
no,
I went
no.
over 100.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I could Well, I also
Oh,
do live streams sometimes, or out in the street. So that really kills.
yeah. No, I mean, if I had better service, I probably would go. But you know how bad it is. Like I'm so bad with when
Well,
it
in
comes to
Times
live
Square, it
streaming.
cuts out.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, okay.
But that I think that doesn't in every carrier. It's such a zoo there.
It's weird. It seemed
Earlier
like
today, yeah.
it seems like they know they're successful out there. You know, those Times Square streamers.
Uh, I can't really.
Yeah, it's going in and out. It's
Yeah,
keep
I have it.
disappearing.
I have a filter on,
Okay.
as you can
Yes.
tell.
So,
This is in
well,
my
yeah.
house.
Yes.
I wish it
Mm.
was,
Nice house. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
but it shows I did 125 gigabytes
Oh
this
wow.
month.
Wow. Yeah.
But
I need a 5G phone because oh, but you're not even on the T-Mobile anymore. So
no, that was visible, and that's not
wow.
even on their good plan. That's on their shitty plan,
So it doesn't.
$25 a month plan.
So that's the best part about them. They don't cut out. They don't cut out when you go over.
They do slow down when congested.
Okay.
But there's a higher plan which does it at 50 gigabytes. Except when you're an ultra wideband, it doesn't supposedly.
Okay.
But that's 45. But there's a promo code to make it 35.
Oh damn, that's crazy. I don't understand my usage.
They don't want you to understand. That's the thing.
Like this can't be just with the phone line. I'm showing I got 476 gigabytes in August.
Maybe you did.
I don't know
It's
how.
you have navigation on all the time, right?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I've divided it up. Okay, my phone used 8 gigabytes.
That's it.
Yeah, my tablet used 468 gigabytes. Wait, maybe that's not the tablet. No, that's probably the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the home Wi-Fi used 468 gigabytes.
But
And
you
my
were
phone
streaming
used,
movies there,
yeah, I do
or
everything. I'm
TV
doing this.
shows, or whatever, or
Yeah,
YouTube, or
everything at home is from the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is now taking everything. It's 468 gigabytes. And my phone used 8 gigabytes because I don't work enough. And even when I do, you know, it's not, Uber and Lyft don't really use that
oh
much.
yeah, for a few minutes I tested the hotspot of my phone.
Oh,
It has
yes.
unlimited hotspot for $25 a month. I think
Okay.
it reduces it to was it 8 megabytes or 5 megabytes for hotspot, but it's enough to watch TV,
Oh, wow. Okay.
enough to watch YouTube, TV. It's not 4K, but I don't have a 4K. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
720 or 1080. I'm not sure,
Huh.
but
Okay.
I'm not really watching stuff that really needs special effects and.
Yeah, I know. Before I had the home Wi-Fi, the tablet somehow the hotspot from the tablet was good enough for me to like watch YouTube at home all the time. But it was
Actually,
still sort of like could have
I
been
think
better.
I could get around the limitation to do 1080p by using a VPN. I have Surfshark.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
But
Cool. Anyway, I know this is public venue, but I'm sorry about I messed up with the meetup tomorrow.
well, if you do change your mind, we'll be meeting 3 o'clock anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. I think I wanted to say more like that, like, you know, just sometimes I might function better that way, just like knowing someone else's plan and then
Yeah.
seeing if I can, you know, work with it versus me making a time and then I'm just likely not to not to make it. But
Yeah.
if somebody else tells me like you just said, like you're gonna meet up at 3 p.m. Then I'll be like, oh, I'll see if I can, you know. Yep. So I don't know. Yeah, because it's still up in the air. I would have thought about it, but yeah, I might still go out now. Not now, but like in an hour or two. Drive in the morning, and then who knows? I most likely go to sleep at that point. So probably not. But
Who knows?
anyway. Anyways, but yeah, that phone stuff is interesting. Although I guess you don't want to repeat yourself. I'll check your stream on the replay later to
Yeah,
see
it's
what.
just so crazy. My parents' house has a complete dead zone, and AT&T has the monopoly.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like for some weird things, like AT&T is better. Like maybe T-Mobile, because T-Mobile has it so that you can make phone calls off to your Wi-Fi, right?
Well, they all do
So,
that now.
oh, they all do that?
I think maybe T-Mobile might have been first for that,
Okay.
but they all do that now.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wi-Fi calling, yeah, that's a generic feature now.
Yeah. I remember in a
Yeah,
restaurant.
T-Mobile, what they have really good right now is
Mhm.
their 5G. They have more 5G, the faster data connections throughout the country than any carrier.
Mhm.
However, Verizon is really catching up. AT&T kind of fell asleep on that and is only starting to do it now. More places of 5G, so they're like last place. I think
Okay.
Verizon is going to surpass T-Mobile soon.
Interesting.
But what
Yeah.
what
But they have
AT&T
extra charges, right? Like Verizon.
AT&T AT&T and Verizon, if you go directly to their corporate stores,
Yeah.
they're going to charge tax on all their plans.
Right. Right. So their numbers look good until you buy this stuff, and then you wind up paying extra, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like
T-Mobile includes the tax.
Yeah.
Visible, the prepaid brand of
Hmm.
Verizon, which is all like done online, no phone support. It's all text
Right.
support. That's all included, tax included, their plans. But
For visible. Okay.
Boost charges like $1 and
Every,
change for their plans on tax and fees.
okay. And it's who knows what, like third string T-Mobile or something or whatever. It's just
Boost has
it's
two different ones. They have the T-Mobile and the AT&T SIM cards. They're two different SIM
wow,
cards. The black
wow.
one, like this,
Hmm.
that's AT&T. The
Yeah,
uh, the white and orange, or whoops,
it's weird that the orange disappears. The other one sort of disappeared too, but not like this.
there.
Once you, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
either
white,
white and orange, or
yeah,
white or orange. That's the T-Mobile SIM. They
interesting.
sent me the T-Mobile SIM, and I was like, I don't need this. It's not what I wanted. You
Yeah,
advertise the black one on your website. The black one's their AT&T.
it's like these companies nowadays, like they're doing too much automatic work. Like it's like I didn't ask you to do that. So like you're saying they automatically
Send whatever
knew
they
where
feel like.
you were they knew where you were communicating from, and they
So
automatically figured out you were in upstate, so you need the
no, they figured I
AT&T.
was my billing address. They don't give you a separate billing address and shipping address, so I had to have it shipped here. I couldn't ship
Yes.
it there.
Oh,
So
gotcha. Okay.
so they're like, oh, okay, you're in New York City. New York City is better 5G than AT&T, and it's similar in coverage. So
Okay.
you should
Well,
have T-Mobile. Actually, T-Mobile is faster
yeah.
at my house here than upstate. It doesn't work at all. So
Right.
I can see T-Mobile is faster than AT&T here.
Okay.
Verizon, I think, is around the same speed as T-Mobile, but it could have switched. I'd have to check if I had two SIMs.
Yeah. So that sounds
But
even more promising. Like I should just get a 5G iPhone, and since I already have T-Mobile, hopefully it'll be a lot better. I
maybe
still have I have
But in
issues like
congested
the Brooklyn
areas,
battery tunnel.
you're gonna have problems in congested areas with any carrier.
Well, I've also had things where like I've been on the phone with you on in the Brooklyn battery tunnel, and you cut out, and yet other customers have entire phone calls through the entire tunnel. So
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if they have T-Mobile or if they have some other mystery. If they
Thing
have
is,
AT&T or Verizon.
none of these carriers work everywhere. They
Yeah,
all have dead
probably.
spots. Like
Yeah.
AT&T works because there's a tower right by my parents' house.
Hmm.
But there's areas AT&T doesn't work that T-Mobile might work or that
Yeah.
Verizon might work. You know, there's no one carrier fits all.
So my
The
dad
solution,
has AT&T, and
yeah,
T,
the
and my
solution is
sister.
having all three carriers, but that costs too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. That's what these guys do. I mean, maybe they find some sort of cheap way around it, but
Maybe they get the
a,
prepaid
a
brands.
lot of these, yeah, a lot of these streamers have alternate, like a whole game plan of like plan number one, two, three, four.
And they're all unlimited.
Yeah, something
That's
crazy.
the
So
that's the part. Like the AT&T one, I just got their $15 plan. It has 5 gigs.
yeah, yeah.
I might switch it to the 25, but right now I can't.
It's weird. So maybe again, just in case people watch their stream too, I won't name them, but some other streamer who's not local, they're on the West Coast.
Okay.
At first, I think he told me through the comments that he does that, like the cheaper plans, like Visible, Cricket. He only uses the cheaper plans. But then in the latest live stream, not the latest, in some recent live stream, he told his secrets of what he's doing, and he's got like a, I think he does the recording on an iPhone, but then he says he has a secondary Android phone in his back pocket, and then he connects the Android phone to a little miniature router, and the router with the antennas and the whole thing, and the router finds Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots, and the Android is also connected to Verizon, and I think something like his iPhone's connected to T-Mobile or something. So, and he already has it set up fail safe. So when one doesn't work, it goes to the next, and then when that doesn't work, it goes to that. So he's got like a plan with like three
Like three
different
different.
things. It's crazy, like yeah. So and I don't know, but then he also told me that he uses the cheap one. So maybe Verizon means he's using the secondary carrier to that.
Visible.
And
Could be
yeah,
visible. It's owned by Verizon. It's cheaper.
okay. Yeah, so maybe he's using Verizon and Cricket and what's the other one?
Cricket's not that cheap unless you have like multiple lines. That's the problem with
Oh,
Cricket.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like if you don't have a family,
But
to
yeah.
get like the premium uh, unlimited plan, it's $60, but
Oh,
minus
okay.
$5 for auto pay, 55.
Well, maybe it's not Cricket, but yeah, like Visible and Mint, or yeah, Mint
Well,
with the
Mint is not
T-Mobile.
unlimited. Mint is like what is it, 30 gigs, and I don't know.
Hmm.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, you would think he would go for unlimited.
Mint
I think he's.
Mint.
I
They
think
say
he's
it's
using.
unlimited, and it's not. It's a joke.
Yeah, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he bit the bullet and got the
Let's
real
see.
plans. Yeah, maybe he just got the real plans, the unlimited, whatever was actually unlimited. Anyway, either case. And then how do you do Xfinity? Is like a
40
cable
gigs. I'm
subscription.
sorry, 40 gigs is Mint. They
Is
upped it to 40.
Xfinity a cable subscription or something?
Yeah, that's was that Verizon or AT&T?
I thought Xfinity is
Xfinity.
like just your home cable.
But
But
if they
then,
sell wireless, it's with somebody else.
well, no, like how, like if you were to get Cablevision, or if I were to get what the heck is the, you know what I'm saying? If we get
Yeah,
cable, that these cable companies have hotspots all over the city. So I thought Xfinity was like that, like some sort of other cable company. But I don't know. I've seen the hotspots when I
Xfinity
browse.
is trying to see.
Sorry,
Yeah,
hopefully
but
we're
they
not.
have wireless, but it's by somebody else. Yeah, the
Oh, it
MVO
is. Okay.
using Verizon's network.
Oh,
So that yeah,
weird.
it's not.
Oh,
Xfinity
interesting.
does not have their own towers. It's Verizon's towers.
Okay. That would seem to. Then why would you have Verizon plan and Xfinity? They both cancel each other. They're both the same thing.
Yeah, you're better off just going to Verizon or Visible. They're both
Yeah,
owned by.
unless yeah, because if you have a Verizon plan, then you still don't get Xfinity hotspots, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to actually. Anyway, whatever. It's too confusing for me to figure out. These guys are like technical wizards. Although I guess you're pretty close to figuring that out because you have the more of a phone
I'm not that
background.
technical. I
Oh,
just
okay.
read a lot.
Yeah, well,
Read a lot
better than
online.
me. I'm only like a little bit better than my dad, and then you're better than I am. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we had the one thing like a restaurant in the village. Uh, my sister has T-Mobile, and I have T-Mobile, but my sister has the SE, the iPhone SE, so it's 5G,
Oh,
and
does
both.
she ever visit you at your place? So no,
No,
so you wouldn't have
yeah, I would
test
not,
out
but
there.
it doesn't matter. I mean, it works fine. It works good enough here at home. I don't
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Plus, it's maybe you're right. Maybe it's not that great, but I don't really care that much. Yeah. I don't know. It's the last thing on my list of priorities. It's really not that
Oh,
important.
okay. It's not that important. Okay.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like at this restaurant, for example, because it's like down a few steps. Both me and my sister didn't get any reception when we were sitting at the table, but my dad did, and he has AT&T, and he has AT&T on the same phone, like an
That's
eight.
the other thing I noticed when I had cricket. It worked better indoors
Yeah,
than visible.
yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, it seems like AT&T works better through walls or something.
I think so.
I don't understand how. I don't get it, but
Uh,
maybe it's because
they're
they've been around longer.
different
Yeah,
frequencies, different bands
yeah.
used.
Yeah, maybe it's dating back from because AT&T has an older infrastructure, so they're more used to having problems with walls. So they did something to fix it back when they didn't have
Also,
as much.
AT&T was really good with network data prioritization. So, like, if it is congested, they handle it better, I think,
Oh,
uh,
okay,
than both Verizon and T-Mobile. Even though they
interesting.
still have issues, but they're
Okay,
less likely to have a issue.
so maybe
Even though
maybe that's
they're also slower than both T-Mobile and Verizon,
yeah.
it's still manageable somehow.
So maybe that's
They
how.
manage their data better.
Maybe it works the same way when it's going through walls and stuff. So it's like a weaker signal, but it still works better with a weaker signal. Whereas T-Mobile, it just craps out completely.
Yeah. I didn't really have any. The only issue I had when I had cricket was when I first joined.
Mm-hmm.
It worked for like a half a day or a day, and then there was an issue where it stopped working. Tech support over the phone couldn't help me. They said, "Go to the store; they'll give you a free SIM card." I'm like, "No, they won't. They'll want to charge me a SIM card." They said, "No,
Okay.
they won't. I'll put something in your account saying so." And like, they never did.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm still
So I
waiting
go to
for
the
my
store. They
T-Mobile to
say,
see
"Oh,
how
it's
it's doing.
$10, but let me see your phone." She did the same thing I did. Restarted the phone, and for somehow she had the magic touch. It worked. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like taking a car to an auto mechanic when you have a problem, and then all of a sudden
Yes,
it
yeah.
works.
Oh, for
It's
sure, for sure.
the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
nowadays everything.
I've
Yeah.
done that
Now
like several times, and it didn't work for me.
nowadays everything is so much like a computer. You literally could have that situation with a car where you could turn it off and turn it on again, even if it's a car, and everything will work
Yeah, and
again.
it wouldn't work for you. And then you take
Yeah,
it to the mechanic. They touch it 5 seconds. It's good as new.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, but
All
yeah,
right.
that's customer support for you. They'll tell you one thing that's just a total lie,
Yeah, yeah. I got that.
and they
Like I think.
actually believe it, or I don't know.
Mhm,
They say that just to get you off the phone. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Or maybe they just plug something in and it's like some higher up person's supposed to look at it and they never do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
But
T-Mobile told me the last time I called them that I was eligible. They're gonna give me like a $40 discount or something, or six. Like it's gonna be 40 off every month. I'm like,
what?
that's crazy. That's crazy because my bill is 70, so I'm gonna pay $10 a month. No, it never happened. It never happened.
It was probably the agent's last day on the job, and they just were messing around.
Oh yeah, okay. Or maybe maybe it was their last day, and they were like, everybody gets a free phone. And then somebody else looked at it and was like, no, no, nobody's getting.
That's what it sounds like. Their last day.
Who knows?
I want an easy day. I don't want people yelling at me, so I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say
true.
whatever.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. All right, I should go and
Yep.
I'll see if
I'm
I
gonna
can.
end this
Oh
video
no.
because I think I might have to do a Trader Joe's run in the morning.
Oh yeah, Trader Joe's always fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was supposed to go Saturday and I never did,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's just Sunday. I don't like going because it's just such a zoo.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
Mm-hmm.
They
If
have
you
to.
ever have a car, if you ever have a car, that there's the secret. The Williamsburg Trader Joe's has an actual parking garage. It's real fun.
Where
The
is the
what?
Trader Joe's
It's
Williamsburg?
it's on. I think it's an officially a Kent Avenue address. It's like on the same. It's almost Metropolitan Avenue, but not. It's like
Huh.
one block north of that on Kent Avenue, but the parking garage is around the back. So
Is there actual enough parking spaces, or it's always full?
it's a pretty small parking garage,
That's what
but
I. That's the problem with
it,
Trader Joe's. They intentionally have really small parking.
that's what I've heard. But I've never had a problem. I mean, yeah, you're right. It can get kind of tricky. But the Williamsburg parking garage, I've never had a problem. It's like it's a small parking garage, but it's almost never. I've never had it full. But then again, I'd probably go in like right when it opens, So
Oh, that's
it's
probably why.
empty for empty for me. They even
No,
have a bike rack too for people could even bike into
I
the
like the
parking garage.
IKEA in Brooklyn. They have a large parking lot.
Yeah, that's huge.
There's
Yeah,
never a problem with parking there.
yeah,
You
yeah.
might have to walk a little bit, but there's never a problem.
And back in the day, they had the fairway out there too with a big parking lot.
Is Fairway gone?
That's a good question. I
I
think
have no
maybe they
idea.
still have. They might still have the one on Broadway on the Upper West Side. Maybe that
But the
fairway
one in
was.
I'm saying is Fairway in Brooklyn gone?
Oh, that one's definitely gone. Yeah, it
So
got
what's
it
there
got
now?
taken by. I think it got taken by like a cheaper supermarket. So
So there's still a
people are.
supermarket there,
Yeah, I
and there's
think
still
people are
parking
still. Yeah, but it's like Fairway was kind of like gourmet, good food stuff, but at the
So this
same
is
time,
just
it's also overpriced. So
yeah.
I think this new place is, like a nice, like a cheap, affordable chain. So I think some people in Red Hook were kind of happy about it. Like, oh well, at least it's gonna be maybe cheaper.
Well, the
So
thing is, Red Hook is you have like both.
yeah,
You have a lot of projects there, and then you also
yeah,
have a lot of like brownstones too.
yeah.
It's
So
like
it's like a
it's a weird
mixture of
combination.
like yuppie hipster photographer people
Yeah.
and then
So
also like super ghetto projects, yeah, at the same time.
it's such a
And
weird cluster.
And then I think they also have like a fancy private school. You know, one of those brand new
Montessori's.
one of those brand new elementary schools where everybody pays like 70,000 for their kid to go. You know what I'm
They
saying?
could be like be taking Ubers there or something.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Or I don't know. Maybe it's called charter schools, right? So maybe there's some sort of voucher program where people
Yeah,
on low income can get their kid in for some sort of what's it called scholarships or something. I don't know.
could be.
I don't know how that works. But
Yeah,
yeah, it seems to be one of those schools where a lot of people drive their Lexuses in to pick up their children in the middle of
good.
Red Hook. Very strange.
Well,
um,
it's they found a cheaper place to build a school. That's
yeah,
probably what.
yeah,
And
exactly.
if it has a following, pe- people will send their kids wherever if they like
Yeah,
certain teachers or whatever.
that kind of sucks, and that maybe they got a deal there because it's lower income average, but at the same time,
None
probably
of this, almost
how
none
many?
of the
Yeah,
local
they're
students go there.
they're probably all coming from Park Slope or something.
I remember when I did Uber, there was this private school like all the way in South Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
and they had students coming from Manhattan
Oh
going there.
wow, wow, wow.
And I've done it a few times. It almost looked like I was like going into like a college estate. It was really weird.
Interesting. Could be any. Maybe it's in my neighborhood. It could be. It could be. There's a few of them in Bay Ridge. Could be
I
there.
remember I had to take the highway
Gramercy.
almost the whole way down.
Yeah, probably.
It
Probably.
was near the bridge to Staten Island.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
You
taken a
probably
few. Yeah,
you probably know exactly where I'm talking about.
I think I took somebody once from down there all the way to the Bronx because maybe he got a job there or just applied there. So
Hmm, good.
something like that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of. It's weird. It's like it almost seems suburban, even though it's in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
Kids go. Anyways, well, this is cool. I didn't expect you on, but then again, it's not as late as I thought it was.
it's 2 a.m.
Now it is. Yeah, now it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well,
I should be getting ready for bed anyway.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll see if I'm up at 3 and around. Probably unlikely, but
Probably unlikely, but
yeah.
we'll be where is it? By the
Over there.
Flatiron Building.
Okay, cool, cool, cool beans.
Well, if
All right.
anyone hears this and wants to see me, I'll be by the Flatiron.
Exactly. I was like, what are you
Come find me.
doing? Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
All right. Have a good night.
Yep. Bye.